Hello, my name is Joe Boy. Today I'm going to teach you how to start a cattle farming business in Ghana. Before I proceed, I plead with you to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or Twitter. One may think that starting cattle farm business is so expensive, and for that matter, he or she cannot afford to start. But by the end of this video, you realize no matter how the situation is, you can start a cattle farm business in Ghana. Before you start your cattle farm, the first point that you have to consider is to make a business plan. When I talk of business plan, I'm not talking about professional business plan. What I mean is that you should sit down to plan about the location, the market, the water available that the animal will drink, the land for grazing, that's where the animals will feed themselves, the knowledge and skills required for rearing cattle, especially in Ghana and where you are. Also, the security and control measures that is required to prevent your animal from theft and other unnecessary things. The first point that you have to consider is this and many other more. The second on the list is to acquire land in a good location for your business. That is a fat cattle farming business. It is important to get vast land and which is arable and also at a good location. Cattle like walking around freely and eating voluntarily. So there should be access to good drinking water in the farmland as well. You can buy your land either permanently or if anything at all, you can rent one. The third on the list is to choose the type of cattle farming you want to venture into. By this I mean whether you are going into dairy or beef production or both. Second, whether you are rearing through ranching system or by herding system. By ranching system I mean the animals will be restricted from going out. But with the herding system, the animals are being led by people or herdsmen to move around free to graze anywhere that they can find food. They go out to search for food. So in Ghana, the most common practice is the herding system. But the problem is that it has its own challenges. Many of these animals go astray to destroy the properties of other people. And for that matter, they bring a lot of confusion in some part of Ghana. This is a challenge that upon rearing the animal, you should consider about solving. Possibly in the long run, you restrict yourself from herding to the ranching system. Another thing that you have to consider after choosing between the method to use is to build a cattle shed. It is important to build a cattle shed, so the shed should be spacious enough to accommodate the number of the cattle that you want to rear. If your cattle is 2, you should know the size. If you dream of having 100 cattle, you should know the size of the land that can accommodate them. You should make big entrance such that the animals can freely enter at any point in time. And also, the shed should be structured in a more secured way to avoid theft and snakes and all other dangerous animals that may attack the cattle. You should also think of purchasing and preparing equipment for the cattle. That one will mean something like feeders, water taps, a working watering system, and herd equipment. But this one also, if your farming is small and it's a challenge getting all these facilities, it shouldn't deter you from starting the business because you can use other alternatives to get all these facilities. So, if it is a challenge, you can start. For the feeders and other things, the animals, if they are going to graze around, there's no need for feeder. If there is water around, there's a location that the animals can get water to drink. There wouldn't be any need for water taps and so on and so forth. Also, the next on the list to buy young calves. It is very cheap to buy young calves, but the challenge with buying young calves is that it takes a long time for you to yield the result that you expect from the farming. You will spend much on them for years before they will give birth or before they can reach the stage that you can sell them. So me, I prefer buying matured cows, which it takes a very shorter time for them to give birth. Mostly sometimes in a month, 9 months or 1 year time, these animals will give birth and you see the results of the work that you are doing. It become very enjoyable. In Ghana, the cattle are usually reared for meat production. The common ones that I know are Yakana, Boboji, Gudeli, and Dama. All these type of cattle, when you reach my area and you mention them, every herdsman or everyone who knows about cattle can easily direct you. But the most expensive cattle and the most precious one is the Gudeli. They grow fast, they grow fat, and they are very expensive. If you buy them, it takes short time for them to grow for you to yield the results that you want. Also, after all these things, you should also think about caring for the cow to maturity. It is advisable to engage the service of experienced herdsmen who can take good care by feeding the animals well, giving them clean water, and giving them right medication at the right time. Most of them are so experienced that you need not to hire the service of a veterinary officer. But if you don't have that opportunity, you can also engage the services of a veterinary doctor to be in charge of the health needs of your animals. Now, the end result is sales. There is high demand for beef in Ghana, so selling cattle is easy because there are butchers, hotel operators, individuals who buy them for meat. So, getting market for your cattle is not that difficult. For Ghana, you can locate markets in areas like Bupe, Yeji, Etra, Kumasi, Accra, and many other places. So, selling your cattle is not difficult when it comes to Ghana. I will encourage you to venture into this business because farming is a business. In olden days, we thought farming was for the poor people, but farming now, I can see is a good business. So wherever you are, you can come to Ghana and venture into this cattle business and you will never regret. Cattle farming is one of the best farming business that you can think of. I also encourage you to try it. Try it. You need multiple sources of income. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You have to diversify so that at any given time, you will be comfortable in life. Thank you for listening to this video. I urge you to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Like it and share to other people to come to Ghana and establish their cattle farm business or any other business that I'll be teaching on my channel so that a lot of job opportunities will be available for our youth to do. Thank you for listening and sharing to other people.